it can be super tempting to skip spending time ensuring that your website looks great. After all, you do also have your social media platforms to promote your product or services. But 75% of consumers admitted judging a company's credibility based solely on their website design. This means you are more likely to build trust and lead to better sales if you have a website that looks well put together. If you're not sure how and where to start, you're in the right place because in this video, we're going to go through how to design your small business website. Hi everyone and welcome back to our channel. I'm Jelly from LYFE Marketing, a digital marketing agency committed to helping small businesses grow. Before I show you how to design your website, this is your reminder to subscribe to our channel and to hit that notification bell icon to get notified as we upload our business growing videos. Now let's get started. Before you proceed with designing your website and all the images and graphics within it, you have to decide on where to build it. Great choices include WordPress, Squarespace, Wix, and Shopify, among similar sites. If you know what you're doing and want in-depth customization, WordPress is the perfect choice, but because it has so many options, it can take a while to finish your website and it can be very easy to overdo certain things. And if you don't have solid experience in website and graphic design, you may end up with a website that looks outdated, and at the same time, it may take you longer to finish your website. On the other hand, there are sites like Squarespace that are very beginner-friendly and super easy to use. If it were a cup, you could call it spill-proof. You can't quite customize parts of your business as in-depth as WordPress, but you're more likely to end up with a crisp, professional-looking website with their easy-to-use interface, and you'll be able to put together your page faster. When you go to their website, right off the bat, you have multiple template choices, and you can pick which one suits your nature of business and branding best. Make sure you pick a layout that complements your social media graphics as well, so you don't confuse visitors with a website that looks totally different from your social media visuals. Wherever you decide to design your website, be sure to do your research on pros and cons, and that you're picking one that best suits you and your brand best. Aside from the template and your website's color scheme and fonts, which by the way should follow your branding, a website design can be enhanced by ensuring that the images used on its 5 main pages are curated and quality controlled. These are images for your homepage, your shop page, blog tab, your about or info page, and your contact page. Starting from the very top of your page, you need to make sure your logo is high-res and is a transparent PNG file. This will let you customize the background of your logo to any color or image, as opposed to limiting your logo's background to white or black or whatever background color of your logo image you didn't remove. Next is your header. It takes about 0.05 seconds for visitors to form the opinion about your website that determines whether they like your site or not and whether they'll stay or leave. And your header happens to likely be the first thing that your visitors see in your website, with it being the biggest and most attention-grabbing part of your homepage, which makes it essential to your website's effectiveness in building trust and keeping interest. There are multiple styles of website headers you can try out. For example, the background can simply be a picture behind some headline text like this, a simple feature image on one side with a headline on the other side like this, or something more dynamic like this. Regardless of what you think fits your brand best, you need to make sure your images aren't blurry and that your header image along with the headline text doesn't look overcrowded. When it comes to picking your header image or graphic, make sure it doesn't have clashing elements like this, and whatever text placed on top of it is readable so that you are presenting your visitors with a visually pleasing banner image, all the while making sure that whatever message you place in your headline is effectively communicated. You can optionally add headers to each of the other 4 pages, which depending on the layout can elevate each page's visual dimension and design. But if you do, be sure to again use high quality images, keep it simple to avoid overcrowding, and make sure that if you add any text over your header images that they're easy to read.
Hello! We just helped a small business make over $1.5 million through Facebook advertising. After managing millions of dollars of ad spend for thousands of small businesses and creating thousands of social posts to help businesses connect with their customers, we know how to get results. And we want to help small businesses get results too. So we've decided to give away our knowledge, learning experiences, resources, tools, and feedback to help you achieve results for your digital marketing efforts. If you want to learn the blueprint for success, the best practices from some of the fastest growing companies in the world, get access to all the tools that you'll need, and get live expert guidance from yours truly, stop what you're doing and sign up for our coaching program today.
Up next, we're moving on to the shop page. This tab features either your product or service, and it goes without saying that you need to make sure that you're cleaning up and optionally adding some design to your images before you feature them in your website. The last thing you want is to make your product or service look cheap with badly taken photos that look blurry or poorly lit. Make sure you do a proper shoot of your products in proper lighting and post-edit them either in Photoshop, Canva, or other similar applications to remove dust, dirt, and other unwanted elements, as well as color correct them if needed. Alternatively, you can also have your product images rendered through 3D or photo manipulation. You can then use the same apps to lay them out in different lifestyle setups if you want to add more flair and add style to your product shots. For service type images, you'll want them to look as authentic as possible, as well as avoid using stock images and use actual photos of what you're offering. Now moving on to blog graphics. You'll want to add a blog portion to your website to help with SEO, and it so happens that our brains process images 60,000 times faster than plain text. And having great blog visuals means readers are more likely to retain their attention to your blog. Be sure you take the time to design your blog images and make sure they fit your blog topics as well as the visual style of your website and branding. Up next is your About or Info section. Since your About page tells your visitors more about you and your business, it would be a huge shame to miss out on the chance to show them behind-the-scenes photos or pictures of you and your team, among other images that help tell the story of your brand. These don't have to be design graphics, but you do want to make sure that the images you use are 100% yours and that you don't use stock photos when you add images in your About page. Lastly, we have your Contact page, which you don't have to make too fancy, but you'll want to avoid letting it look too plain. You can add positive reviews or images of customers using your product or service before the contact form to help further entice your visitors to contact you. When it comes to your website, remember that the quality of its design is only as good as its weakest component. So make sure you do a double check on your website layout, your photos, as well as your graphics to make sure that your website is visually appealing and represents your brand well. So if you're ready to start designing your website, like this video and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more tips and tricks to grow your business. Once again, this is Jelly from LYFE Marketing, and I'll see you in the next one.